That has nothing to do with this one. This was a few months ago because it is a new Hyundai plant. They were given work visas in the last few months.
How many got deported?
I'm getting there.
So he's just gonna sit on his phone the entire video?
Okay. No worries. You just gotta talk a little close to the mic.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, it doesn't pick up very well.
Okay. We'll do the first one, but we'll do it really fast.
Okay. Men can't be women. What's your disagreement?
My disagreement isn't necessarily whether I'm saying it's truth or wrong, because I'm not a biologist. I'm more of a question of why do you care? Because
it's an objective fact, and I care about preserving the truth and maintaining the truth. I think once you start to degrade...
what end, though?
To the end of preserving the truth. I think when you start degrading the truth, I think it opens up an allowance for a lot of untrue things to happen that damage society.
See, the real problem, I guess, I'm going to have, and it's not something that can be remedied here, not because of bad faith or anything, but if talking about it here, where it's out in the open, hasn't been planned beforehand, don't get me wrong, planning could lead to bad things too, but it leads to not being able to use studies. It leads to not being able to use experts.
Why can't you use studies?
Experts.
I don't. Well, you can use experts.
I can't use studies because I came up out of nowhere as a bystander.
You can. Well,
so I don't even know what the topic of this debate is, but this is Cam Higby, and forgive me if I say your name wrong. He's debating people on the street where I'm assuming, talking about Trump because he has a Trump Make America Great Again hat. And somebody walked up and immediately said that they should be allowed to use their phone because without their phone, they're unable to have studies readily available. What do you think people used to do before phones existed? Before we could just look up anything instantly? What do you think people used to do in debates? Do you think they used to run to the library and rip out pages of a book to debate people? No, they just knew the information. And we've forgotten how to just know stuff. You can't just quote yourself. Like, you can't just think of the answer. But let's not waste any more time. Get right into this. Make sure you like and subscribe.
I mean, if you're going to make claims, you can back it up with studies. I don't think you really need studies to talk about whether or not a man can be a woman. Generally, this is going to be a linguistic argument.
Well, an opinion one, really. Just because I can't bring studies.
It's not quite an opinion. You could bring studies. I mean, people have come up here and cited studies
I already know beforehand, but I'm not an expert.
Sure, you don't need to be an expert.
But that's why I said I'm not touching that one for very long.
Okay.
That was quick.
So
and I'm not touching the second one.
Okay.
Because that one's going to require studies.
Okay.
Before it's really something to talk about. The third one, easy common ground. Deport all illegals. They do something illegal, then they should be deported. I'm fine with that statement.
Okay.
The real problem that I think happens is that people call even... Do I need to get closer?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really tall for this.
Go ahead.
But the real problem is that even people just saying they don't have a green card, they're an illegal. That's a lot of what's going on right
if
now.
you don't have a visa or permission to be in this country, you are illegal. And you said yourself that if somebody has committed a crime, then they should be deported.
I don't have a disagreement with
that. 100% of all illegal immigrants have committed a crime. Violation of 8 U.S. Code 1325, improper entry by alien, or the overstay of a visa. So all illegal immigrants have committed a crime and breached federal law. It doesn't matter if they've committed a crime on top of that, they are still in violation of federal law.
Okay, let me approach it differently. So a lot of the issues I have is that even on a day-to-day basis, I regularly see news, left, right-leaning, it don't matter, of people getting deported whether they're illegal or not.
Can you name me one person who has been deported as a legal immigrant?
All of the Hyundai plant people.
What Hyundai plant people? Can you show me a source?
Well, if you're going to make me. Let me look it up. I believe it was Georgia, but I'm not sure. And it was in the last, 2-3 months?
We talked about this in Georgia. They were all illegals.
They weren't illegals, though.
Do you have a source that says they weren't illegals?
Yes, I can find one.
Did they have a social security?
No, they had work visas.
citizens don't have work
Have they
visas.
overstayed their...
That has nothing to do with being illegal. What he said is that you can have to have either the permission to be
Wait.
here, like a green card, or a work visa. Work visa is permission to be here, not illegal.
If my state ID expires, do I get deported?
That has nothing to do with this one. This was a few months ago because it is a new Hyundai plant. They were given work visas in the last few months.
And how many got deported?
I'm getting there.
So he's just gonna sit on his phone the entire video. Is this what we've come to as society? And don't get me wrong, I use my phone a lot. I be on ChatGPT looking up random information or Google or whatever. But if you're having a debate with somebody and the entire time you're just staring your phone down looking to confirm your biases, you shouldn't be in a debate. You shouldn't. How many times have you ever seen me get on YouTube and just be like, hold up, guys, and just start looking something up mid-video? No. Nah, bro.
Wait, Hyundai themselves said that they have zero tolerance for people who don't follow the law, and they were cool.
That has nothing to do with this.
Wait. Hyundai, the employer, is acknowledging that they were illegal immigrants.
They are not. In fact,
Prove it.
I'm getting there.
Okay, well you have to. I don't know why you would say it if you don't have something that proves it.
Even Trump says he was very much opposed to massive ICE raid on Hyundai plant that led to hundreds of arrests and deportations.
I don't think he's saying that.
What led up to it? Let me get the story.
We know they were
at least.
deported, but why?
What that led up to? Because someone called an ICE raid for it.
Yeah, but you're saying. This is the point. You're saying they were legal immigrants.
They were not immigrants. They were work visa people.
Okay, were their visas valid?
Yes.
Okay, prove it.
Yeah, right here. The guy in charge of the plant said they did not have the proper work visas. And this is CNN.
So they were in the country illegally,
Just
without
fine.
proper work visas, and they were put on a chartered flight back to South Korea. These were South Koreans.
And from what I can read, there's a lot to read about this, obviously, but it looks like, Trump was criticizing this because it happened very quickly, and there was precedent to deport them because they were overstaying their visas. There were plans to kind of fix this, and there was just like miscommunication. It was a bit messy. Maybe the situation could have been resolved a little better, where they could have gotten their visas renewed, or they could have gone back to South Korea on their own and then came back to the U.S. to work. But I mean, as far as them being deported and being legal, that doesn't seem to be the case. And I think this makes sense. It would have been preferable for there not to be like 300 workers gone overnight. But that's the way it happened, and they didn't break any laws doing it. ICE didn't.
They were illegally present in the country, and they were illegally working at Hyundai. They were deported, put on a chartered flight back to their country. So if you could cite another example. Yeah. If you could cite another example of legal residents being deported, I'd love to see it.
Well, let's just do that one where the guy was sent over to El Salvador, brought back, and
Kilmar Abrego Garcia was not a legal resident of the United States. He violated 8 U.S. Code 1325, improper entry by alien, and illegally immigrated to this country. He was actually under a deportation order. It was just withholding removal to El Salvador. So he wasn't supposed to be sent to El Salvador, but he could have been sent to literally anywhere else. He was not a legal resident of the U.S.
And he's just confused. He doesn't even know if what he's saying is true or not. This is unbelievable. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video.